recording. Looks like it is.
Woohoo.
There, that is going. And then if we are ready to start the official record. Hey, it's Kelvin.
Hey.
Just in
Damn,
time.
I thought we were going to get one in without him.
It's perfect timing.
How is everybody?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How was it? Oh, I just asked that question. I'm not up yet. Got up a little late, so I apologize.
It's okay. Like, we were just getting ready to start.
Just
so
getting
no
ready.
biggie.
Right, works for me.
They got me this for Christmas.
Aw,
Calvin,
yay.
this is Michelle.
Michelle?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Me too. He showed up with like gifts, and I was like,
All right. If we're all ready,
Let's go.
in 3, 2.
Welcome back to Shot of History. I'm your host, Stephanie.
I am the color man, Big Dev. Teehee.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Tony.
Go figure. I'm Dave. I'm here.
Who knew?
Dave never leaves. He
I
lives in the
don't.
He's
studio.
here all the
Yes.
time.
And there's a designated quiet person in the studio
Hey,
as well.
that's fine. You know?
Yes.
She'll laugh at a joke later. People are like, I don't know that. I don't know that laugh.
Who
Who
is
is
that?
that voice? It's an unknown laugher.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone. I
Happy New Year.
haven't
Happy
seen
New
you guys
Year.
since the last time we recorded. Well, I saw you, Cal, the other day.
Yeah,
but
you saw Dave. He was there as well.
well,
That
I
day.
see him all the time.
Yeah,
So.
true story. I guess. I don't know. I
don't know what you
do. I got my own business that I mind. It's a new thing I'm doing in 2019, minding my own fucking business.
Oh, well, that's
I canceled my show because of it, yes.
that's a good start.
You just
in
renamed it.
2019.
It's now It's Not So Leading Questions.
I might have some questions.
Just talk about what you feel like. Questions.
Right.
So I think Melissa's going to start us off today.
I am.
But wait.
But no, I know. We're going to do our
Subject
shot.
first.
Hey, I'm not usually the one that forgets.
True.
Are we doing this one first?
Yeah, I think we're going to do
Okay.
Captain
You got me all
Morgan's first.
confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we discussed.
Just starting things off like a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
No, it works here. I'm just,
New year,
permanent state
same
of
old shit.
permanent state of confusion for me. That's just the way it is.
I was gonna come drunk today, and then I
God.
decided
Way too
I
much.
gotta drive there.
Yes.
It's a terrible
I was
idea.
thinking that too. I was like, did you plan on driving here and then getting drunk?
There's Uber and Lyft, and I was like,
or-
you know what? It's more expensive if I do it that way. So, and save my money for the alcohol
Inevitably,
later.
we're
We're gonna go out with Dave later, and he's gonna lose somebody's spouse along the way. I don't know. just yours.
Just my spouse.
That's why I didn't
It's an
bring her.
inside joke. My wife
is
went
that
out
why
with
she's
Dave.
not here?
My wife went out with Dave after one of these recordings, and then 3 o'clock in the morning rolled around, and she still wasn't home. And I was like, "Where are you?" Long story on that one. Don't let your wife go out with Dave.
I feel like that's a good general rule of life.
Everybody else on Facebook was like, "You didn't know?"
I'm just waiting for Cal to pour a shot, and then
All right, here we go.
Melissa is going to be talking about the history of Captain Morgan.
Oh,
And she's also drinking Captain Morgan. I'm
drinking
drinking
Morgan.
White Walker.
I heard you like Captain Morgan, so
I
we put some
themed
Captain
it.
Morgan in your Captain Morgan.
Yeah, there
for
you
your
go.
Captain Morgan.
Me and Dev are drinking the White Walker by Johnny
got the-
Walker.
yep.
What are you drinking, Dave?
I went Baron Jaeger. I'm gonna get that nice, throat's a little gravelly. Get the bourbon and honey going, and then I'll be like
Nice.
stoked.
Smooth.
I'll be my throat will be fine for all of the sarcasm that will fly out of it
Right,
over the
right.
course of the night.
Gotta prep
What are
it.
you drinking, Tony?
I got the White Walker rolling too.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh shit, man.
I think everybody went after the White
Oh,
Walker.
don't worry. There's
man.
plenty.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Plenty.
cool. Well,
Yeah, and then I'm gonna
Cal.
follow my White Walker.
I don't know,
up with
Calvin. Are
some
you allowed to have
Courvoisier.
White Walker? I mean,
Courvoisier.
are you boycotting White Walker because it's White Walker?
I also drank fucking Jefferson. So remember
That
that.
was a fun
also,
series of
also
episodes.
fuck Jefferson. That guy.
What are you drinking, Cal?
I'm drinking Crown Royal. A buddy of mine dropped off a bottle for Christmas.
Nice.
So
Delicious.
I
Very
normally
big
don't drink
bottle,
Crown,
too.
but it's a big
Very
bottle, and he's like,
large.
"It's not." He regifted it. He said, "I'm never gonna drink this," and I was like, "I will."
All right, you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
That White Walker's good.
Ooh, that's hella
Yeah.
good. I
Yeah,
love
It's
it.
real good.
Not bad at all.
think
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
have to-
do
I'm
the
gonna try
eye
it next time.
twinge. But, like, you do
The
your
eye
first
twitch?
shot, you're like, a little bit, especially when it's 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, it's like I just had breakfast.
As opposed to 10 a.m. at night.
I have
Yeah.
not. So.
10 a.m. at night.
You just did. You're starting.
It could happen.
There's essential
No, I went
grains
to buy
in
this.
there.
I kind
Yeah,
of felt
for
like I had
sure.
to like.
Crown hits
Tell
the bottom
her,
of your stomach
you know,
when you ain't got nothing
Why
in there.
buying it at 10 o'clock in the
this
morning?
is what we're doing?
You know?
All right.
Like, I know I'm buying alcohol at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it's for a show.
That's why I
so-
didn't stop and get any, because I didn't go out last night. I stayed at home and watched Hannibal, like so many episodes of Hannibal, and hung out with my dogs. And I was like, oh, I'll just get liquor in the morning. And then I was, nope, I'm not going to be that person. I used to work at a liquor store, and I'd see people roll in at 10 o'clock. I'm like, you fucking alcoholic. Didn't want
They
to be
have
that person.
needs.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a guy at the liquor store that I used to work at that came in pretty much every day on his bike, probably because he couldn't drive, bought a half a pint of Aero vodka every day.
Ugh.
And he would have like a money in his sock. It was fucking gross.
I don't want your sock money.
You worked in a liquor store that was open at 10 a.m. for people to buy alcohol, and then you judge those people. That's like a drug dealer
Yes.
selling
Well, no, I
cocaine
mean,
and then going,
well-
quick drugs!
I'm,
The
I'm-
druggie!
We had liquor, we had lotto. We got a lot of money off of lotto more
Yeah.
than, you know, but
They're
the
not
regular-
called lotto stores.
The regular alcoholics the regular alcoholics were very entertaining though, I'm not even gonna lie.
You knew who your Elkies were. Let's just put it that
You go to
way.
7-Eleven for a lotto
Especially like
ticket,
the
I'm
guy that was
saying.
like an undercover cop that came in and bought like 2 half gallons of Ron Rico like every couple weeks. I was like, holy shit, you have a drinking problem. And you're an undercover cop. Like,
Well, I mean,
He was a method actor.
Undercover.
I was
Exactly.
working with it.
all right.
do this.
So speaking of liquor, we're going to talk about Captain Morgan
Captain
today.
Morgan. He was Sir Henry Morgan. By the way, this bottle does not look anything like him at all.
Well, that's just a marketing
No, I
tool.
feel
So
lied
I
to.
didn't know that
Yeah.
Captain
Same.
Morgan was a real person, so I'm already learning.
There we go.
There you go.
Thought it was just
I
a
didn't
brand.
either. And then I think
Is White Walker a person?
I saw a show about him. That's
Yes.
what it was.
Captain Morgan Freeman is actually.
It was
I
the
saw a
most
show about
delicious
him.
rum he had ever had.
I saw a show about him and was like, wait, Captain Morgan was a real person?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I need to do a show then. So he was Sir Henry Morgan, was his actual name. He was born in 1635 in Wales to a prosperous farming family. His past is kind of iffy. Nobody really knows how he got from Wales to the West Indies and the Caribbean, which is where he made all of his money and
I'm guessing like maybe
did
a
all of
boat
his shit.
or something.
I mean, maybe.
not a lot of land passage to the West Indies.
Perhaps he
Yeah.
swam.
Fuck all of you guys.
Did a African swallow carry him? Perhaps.
Yes.
Hopped on the back of a shark. As we all learned from Jaws 4, the fastest method of transportation is a shark.
Yeah.
Because
Shark.
apparently a shark can, because if you've never seen Jaws 4, they hop on a plane to go to Bermuda, and when they get there, the shark is already there. So shark faster than jet.
Yeah, but if you learn anything from Happy Days, if you have a surfboard, you can always jump a shark if you're the Fonz. I'm just saying.
Accurate. Accurate.
And that, kids, is where that phrase came from.
Absolutely. That's when people know this show is over. That's when
The history of Fonz.
Okay, so
So there he is in the West Indies, somehow.
Doing some stuff.
well, there's a couple of like stories about how they think he got there. So they were like maybe the I think the most accepted story is that he joined the troops fighting for Britain in the Caribbean and against Spain because they were at war with Spain. Or, you know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Who was not?
Fuck the Spanish.
Right.
I once thought the
there's
Spanish
also a
chick,
story
she was
about-
a... Wait. Oh, that's not what oh, sorry.
And
Continue.
Kelvin didn't come in drunk, and he's already saying this stuff. We're in trouble.
I
today.
just made that up, though. That was...
He went from minding his own business to oversharing his own business in one shot
Still
in
my own
6
business,
minutes.
yeah, still my own business. Just-
All it takes is one.
It is
Cocaine is a
breakfast.
hell of a drug.
So there's cocaine in that crowd. Okay.
Didn't say anything about that.
That's, Crown and Coke. It's,
True.
I mean,
True,
accurate.
true, yeah.
Continue.
So there's another story about he may have served as an apprentice to a maker of cutlery for 3 years to pay for his passage.
that's where I learned how to make a sword.
Or he had a writer, I guess you call him like a biographer with him, that wrote about his exploits or, and he had written that he was kidnapped and sent to work as an indentured servant in Barbados. That's how he got there. But that might not.
That's my story. I'm sticking
Yeah.
to
I
the
don't.
story.
I don't think. I don't know how true that actually
I was
is.
kidnapped and sent as an indentured servant, not a slave, an indentured servant.
Well, I mean, he's
it's
white.
different when you're white.
He's white, so
It's
indentured
okay.
servant.
Yeah,
7 years.
it's indentured servitude. He's paying for that shit.
Yeah.
So he came to Barbados in 1655 as a junior officer in the British forces.
You don't.
His uncle
And
became
then-
in 1660.
Tell me more. This is riveting.
In 1660, his uncle became the lieutenant governor of Jamaica. And then in 62 was his first command of the captains of privateer ship, which I don't know if I need to explain privateers.
I mean, maybe you should.
They were paid
Yeah.
pirates.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
pirates
There
on
we
a
go.
bankroll.
Yeah.
On a
The British
payroll.
government was like, here, you have permission to attack these people and take their shit. But you have to share it.
Oh, I was like,
I mean, that's a pretty
like a
good
good
gig.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
you have
good
to
gig.
share it,
Cut.
though. Yeah,
The British government got his cut.
right. The
Anybody
government
watch
gets their
Pirates of the
cut,
Caribbean? They
you
were
get your
privateers
cut.
in the movie.
No,
Okay, like in the
I
third
did
movie.
see it, but like 8 million years ago when it came out.
never.
So
They're
Million
relaunching
years
it
ago.
without Johnny Depp, which means I will not be watching it. It's for someone else.
Okay.
Because you're that loyal into Johnny Depp.
No, I just think in this new
No, don't
rebooted,
justify
in the
it. It's okay.
rebooted version,
I mean,
there's
he's a
gonna
pretty
be
boy.
rum
Don't-
all the time.
No, I get it. It's okay.
They're gonna have access
We're
to
not
rum.
judging.
It's never gonna be gone.
Minding your business. I get it. It's cool.
first episode of the new year, we're already getting snarky and shitty to each other.
Same show, same shit.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to Shot of History.
The date changed. The content remains the same.
So in 1665, he married his uncle. It's funny because they listed as he married his uncle's daughter, Mary Elizabeth Morgan, which
So his
why
uncle's
don't they just say
daughter
his
would
cousin?
be his cousin.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't say
Maybe
his
they
cousin.
maybe they felt like, oh, if we say his uncle's daughter, it doesn't
not
sound
as
like
bad.
incestual.
yeah,
at
like,
all.
It
But
is
it
your
does.
first cousin. I mean, they had no children, but
Maybe
still.
by marriage. I don't know. Don't get
I
judgy.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. There was another one that said his cousin, so.
Island
Yeah,
life.
there we go. It was just as straight up his cousin. It's cool.
Do I need to remind you about the royalty? Brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Cousins, okay.
Cousins are
I'll
like
let
a
it slide.
step. Yeah.
So after he
wanna
had a
be
lot
for the
of
record, that was
successful
all white
campaigns
people talking
against
there.
Spanish.
Not a single black person weighed in on that family thing. So we're clear.
Oops.
So by this point, when he got married to his cousin, he was already a wealthy man. He had sugar plantations in Jamaica, and he was kind of getting a name for himself because he was very good at what he did. So, and he had a lot of successful attacks. In 1668, they attacked Puerto Principe, and there wasn't much treasure, but he did get plans that the Spanish were planning to attack Jamaica, so that was super helpful.
That was good.
Yeah.
But and then there was, let's see, after Port-au-Prince, July 11th, he attacked Portobello.
That's
mushrooms?
mushroom.
The Mushroom Kingdom.
What did the mushrooms ever do to him?
Oh, the
Why did I not notice that until
that
just
kingdom
now?
was filled with nothing but fun guys, and here you go. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, that pun would not have happened.
I
had
don't,
I
I
been
don't
drunk.
think once Morgan got there were a lot of fun guys because he fucked up their shit.
Everybody kept it in the dark and fed him
Yeah.
bullshit. Ah.
Oh my god.
You're fired.
I'm also seeing like a bunch of Smurf deaths in this situation.
Super Mario.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he ever gonna grow big if he doesn't have the mushroom? It's the mushroom, right? Was the mushroom that made him grow?
Well, he
Been a
attacked
long time
it,
since
so I'm
I played
guessing he got to, inhabit the land.
All right.
or
Oh yeah.
something.
Also,
Is it well? Okay,
oh wait, no. That's
he
not-
attacked Portobello. Is
Yeah.
that where the mushrooms are from? Let's
I honestly don't know.
I'm
You
googling
know-
it.
Yeah, you're looking it up because
It's
I
coming
honestly
up, the
don't
history
know.
of portobello mushrooms.
So he attacks Portobello, which
I feel like the history of shrooms might be a good show.
It could be. Yeah.
he used canoes to get to land, which from what I'm seeing, he did quite often. He kind of took his ships off far away and then used canoes to get everybody in. So I guess that was a method that worked well for him. And
Well, it's a lot harder to see somebody rolling up on you
Right.
in a canoe
right.
than like a big, full-on ship.
Right.
It's very sneaky.
Well, would it be like, I don't know, a whole bunch of canoes to get all the
It
people
would be an
there?
awful lot.
Hey, suddenly there are
Well-
20 canoes coming near us.
There's like a low profile though.
No,
Like
this
they're,
is in
you
the
know-
Caribbean. It could have been coming off the cruise ship
Yeah.
and coming in for tours.
All wearing their Hawaiian print shirts. Oh my God, bracelets and trinkets. Yay! Woo! Where do I get cornrows?
Prepare to be colonized.
Oh my god. Oh,
Apparently,
cornrows.
Dave has done this before.
Cornrows.
Once or twice.
Colonized?
I mean, if you want to call it that.
So you yell at ladies' night.
So in the attack on Portobello, he lost 18 men against like 3,000 Spanish. So I mean, it was pretty good.
Wait,
you
he
know.
lost what?
He lost 18 men against 3,000 Spanish soldiers. Apparently, I can't speak.
Wow.
Indictment.
I messed up. It's not my fault. No,
Guys, drink.
no. Oh, come on.
I mean, it is the rules.
New Year's, same rules. All right, there you go.
Oh, and it's Crown
Enjoy
too.
that crown. Yeah, crown is
Hey,
some
I've
shit.
made you drink Crown like 8 million times. You shouldn't
Can I
be
try that
stunned
White
that
Walker?
you have a sip of it
Try some
now.
White
Like it
Walker.
shouldn't.
I only drink it because of you.
I know. I learned it from watching you.
It's the only reason I drink tequila is because I'm Megan.
Story of my life. I buy things because of the bottle.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how it was going to taste. I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to need that.
That's a good bottle.
So the story is that he took he left the citizens of Portobello. He held them for ransom, and
All of them.
The
took all of their shit.
The Portobellans.
Yes.
What up with about a bunch of mushrooms? Jesus Christ.
They're delicious.
And there's a story that says that he pretty much like commanded all the religious men and women to build ladders on the outside of one of the castles. So pretty much most of them died because
Okay.
they were like human shields. But it's not a confirmed story.
Wait, no, run that
rogue.
past me again.
So they're building the ladders they're building siege ladders.
Yeah.
And basically people are shooting at them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's not
Gotcha.
using any of
As
his
they're
men.
building
Right.
the ladders.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's forcing them so
Okay.
that they're dying. Right.
So that he doesn't have to lose any of his people.
Right.
Yeah, as I said, the end of the movie Glory.
It's like, you if you're going to experiment, play with other people's money, play with other people's people. It's fine.
Absolutely.
So after that, he gets back, to Jamaica, and they make him the privateers make him their admiral. So they were like, hey, tell people for ransom and torture people.
So why isn't it Admiral Morgan? There better be more to the story, because why isn't it Admiral Morgan?
That's the high-end
Yes.
version.
That's higher up.
That's the barrel age.
Yeah,
Captain.
exactly.
version
Yeah.
of Captain Morgan. There could
Isn't
be.
it Admiral Nelson?
right now, there's like somebody in the 1% listening to this going, holy shit, they know. They're on to us. We have the Admiral at our clubs.
I say, pass me the Admiral Morgan.
He became the king.
Remember we were poor,
the
we had to
king of
drink
the privateers, and was appointed commander-in-chief of all Jamaican forces in 1669.
I feel like that's not like a really big job. Like the commander-in-chief of all Jamaican forces, that's like what? 6 dudes with like rum and weed.
Yeah.
They're in charge of jet skis.
Come on.
Meanwhile, like this massive force is rolling over in their grave like, what the fuck did we live and die for? Fuck you, Dave, in the future.
Well, so by 1670, he had 36 ships and 1,800 men under his command.
Okay, that's
So-
substantial.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
See?
There's also stories of like he had raids on a couple other cities that people found out about the attack beforehand and ran, and they're allegedly like.
I've known people like that. Oh my God,
They-
Captain
they
Morgan's
fled into the
coming. I'm
jungle.
out.
Well, there is one of the places that he went to attack. They knew that he was coming, and the Spanish just gave up. They didn't even fight him. They were like,
Well-
"Oh my God, you're coming! We're just gonna
I mean,
surrender."
They had a white.
We're moving on.
No,
That joke could go one of 100 ways.
If you think for 2 seconds, I'm not gonna. Let's see. That is at 10:32.
Yep.
Yeah, timestamp
I
that.
will be isolating that clip.
That's what you call a single entendre. That only has one fucking meaning. Fucking.
Lord, what is happening? Oh my goodness.
We'll get through this, I promise you.
Okay. It's okay.
But the people that ran, some of them were found and tortured to find hidden caches, treasure, all that good stuff. Because that's what they did back then. It was a form of
Just buried crap.
get your shit.
Geocaching.
Caching. I always pronounce it wrong, but whatever.
Geocaching.
Yeah. Okay. Old school treasure hunting.
Yeah.
All right. Like Goonies.
Nice.
Just gonna go.
That's a great reference, right? There you go. Dave and I are on a particular wavelength right now.
That's because after that joke, we're both thinking of One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah,
That's
we
it.
were. For sure.
So one of his bigger attacks was the attack on Panama.
Brought to you by Van Halen.
1671. Oh gosh, that's a terrible song.
I don't get it. And you know why.
Talk louder. Just talk louder than anyone. You're the
Van
historian.
Halen, and I don't like them.
Well, ignore it and move on.
I know. Don't look at me like that. I grew up on it, and I never got into it.
I have no words.
Liar.
Dave always has words. There's always words. So, he had
And we were actually video recording this, so that was caught on camera.
Are we recording this right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wave to the camera.
Yeah, I always wake up beautiful. God damn it.
So the Panama was very well guarded. So it was a lot of, the Spanish troops were trying to fight them, but it was like, I think they sent like 300 men to try to fight them, and it was such an easy, like, they got through the troops so easy. I'm just like, how are the Spanish fighting that they got through so easy all the time?
Apparently
Like,
very poorly.
Yeah, like, you're not
They didn't
very
have
good.
enough protection.
Literally. Hate when that happens.
I mean, like, they're going through on foot through like dense forest, rainforest, jungles, and they're still able to defeat you. Like,
Apparently they were just superior.
It was like they're Vietnam.
yeah.
essentially.
That's it.
It was like they're Vietnam. They knew the lay of the land.
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. Well, the Spanish lived there, so
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
And they're the ones who lost, Calvin. That was the point.
Right. I realized I said the wrong thing. I was just shutting up.
So when they got to Old Panama City, they were opposed by 1,200 Spanish infantry and 400 cavalry, but they only lost 15 of their men, and the Spanish lost 400 to 500.
Wow.
Like, you guys are terrible. Do you not realize how bad you are?
You're really bad at war.
I mean, given they said that like most of these people, the Spanish were inexperienced, but still.
Well, I wonder if it comes down to more
Such
guerrilla
huge numbers.
tactics and
Maybe,
the
yeah.
Spanish. I mean, at that time, it would have been more of a formal type of warfare.
I wonder too because he did
Well,
the.
it's
Stopping for tea time.
right. Well, like,
Whoa. It is noon. Stop. You should stop shooting.
yes.
It is time for tea.
They did that
No,
during
it's
the
a
Revolutionary
siesta,
War for
right?
real.
Isn't that what the
Yeah.
Spanish do? Siestas.
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah.
so. Yeah. Time for a nap, everybody. Yeah. Enough dying.
Everybody take a nap.
You're gonna be up at 2, or you might wake up with a bullet in your ass.
I mean, they did the canoe and then come up on land thing a lot. So I guess that was their normal thing. Maybe they were just used to it.
Okay.
But so once they got to Panama, Panama's governor swore to burn down the city if his troops lost.
We'll let it go.
Yeah. Don't,
So he placed a bunch of. He had a
Shots.
contingency plan.
If I can't have my city, no one can.
Right. He placed barrels of gunpowder everywhere as a contingency plan because that's a great idea. Let's burn the city down.
Yeah.
Why not?
That is
Yeah.
actually
If I can't have it, no one will.
Technique. I
We'll
mean,
blow it
Hitler
up.
did that years later. It's called. Oh shit! I forget what that's called. Scorched earth. It's a scorched earth policy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Or being an asshole.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Actually, I thought scorched earth was like when you did it to the other people.
Well, you burn everything behind you. You retreat and then you burn everything behind you.
I was
So
thinking
yeah,
like
you might take
Sherman.
our castle.
Oh, that was salting the earth.
Yeah,
That
you
was
might
Sherman.
take
Yeah.
our castle, but we're going to burn the shit out of it, so now it's not worth anything.
Yeah, the Russians did it too. They would destroy their cities as they retreated.
Yeah.
So then you can't get anything.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. You can't plunder.
And everything's on fire, so that slows you down.
Right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Fire
Yeah.
everywhere. So he sets off the gun barrels. The fires lasted until like the next day, so there wasn't very much left. And either the wealth.
Sorry.
There it is.
Yeah, upset about
There it is.
Oof.
There it is. That's what it sounded like. I'm sorry.
Like it's Dave barking. Who burned the city down? Oof. Oof. Oof.
Oh my God, no.
Well done. I will drink to it. I will allow it.
First eye roll
First I roll of the day.
of the day.
Just for you, Kirsten.
I felt it over here.
Yes.
It's happening. So obviously a lot of the wealth was destroyed. You know, they didn't get much. They spent 3 weeks in Panama and got what they could. And, you know, of course they torture people because that's what they do.
Well, good times.
Well,
Yeah.
Gotta have your hobbies.
But he did get a lot. I mean, he did get a lot of, pesos from there. Because, 140,000 to 400 is like the range, which is a huge range.
So
but-
like $8.
So like a
What are we
combo
even
at
fighting
Taco
for?
Bell.
But,
Right.
I guess like his privateers though, or like his, the people under him were kind of upset because everybody got a cut, and he had so many men, and everybody gets their share that they're like, well, you're keeping stuff, and I'm like, but you have so many people that you're dividing it amongst. You're not
Right.
going to get as much. Like, are you not aware of how many people are in your fleets?
I feel like in the 1600s, your typical privateer might not have been great at, say, math.
That's true. From all accounts that I've read, he made more to share amongst his men than anybody else. So you're still making more than anybody else.
Right.
That's
So
a
quit your
private
bitching.
tier. Yeah. So quit your bitching.
Go find another job. I dare you.
Yeah. Go with another privateer. Yeah. I'm the admiral of the privateers, bitch.
She just wanted to call somebody a bitch.
Yeah.
I've been waiting all day.
I've been trying to
sitting
do
on
this
this.
all day, and it's only like 10:30. So the people were upset about that. But once he got back to Port Royal, everybody he's very celebrated because he's like Jamaica's golden boy at this point. Everybody loves him. So what?
That's right, Calvin. A white guy was Jamaica's golden boy. What you got, Killmonger?
I feel like
He's got that T-shirt.
no, I feel like that was the look of, oh shit, it's kicking in.
On the nose.
Like, we have 3 minutes left. How many interruptions can Calvin get in because he's now drunk? So I went silent. And then you guys cracked the seal. So motherfucker, it's over.
So while he attacked Panama, there was a treaty signed between England and Spain that he was not aware of. So he attacked Panama pretty much when they had already signed this peace treaty. So Spain was pissed. So they
Well, that
said,
might explain the loss of lives because they'll be like, hey, we're not supposed to be fighting.
They were just
It
hanging
might be
out.
like us.
Time out. Hold on.
How long it would take
It's
to
like us
get-
dropping the second atom bomb in World War II. Like, Japan already surrendered. We got a second bomb. We got to do something
it's
with
already
it.
here.
Sorry, planes are in the air.
Yeah, planes in the air,
It's
buddy.
already here.
Not gonna be there anymore. Doesn't even matter.
So to make the Spanish feel better, they arrested him, and they sent him back to England. But he wasn't really. He was under arrest, but he wasn't really in England. He was kind of free to do whatever the fuck he wanted.
No.
With the guise of
Under
they
arrest.
arrested
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
then,
like some
like,
white
back
people
in
shit.
Back in Jamaica, you took away the privateers leader, so they're all like, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do now?
Do some pirate shit.
Yeah.
Apparently they can't without him. So
They
had
didn't.
him-
They didn't stage like next Jamaican Idol. Like, next
so
Jamaican
they
Admiral.
had him come back. They brought him back. They made
I'd
him
watch
lieutenant
that.
governor of Jamaica. So that happened.
There we go.
He was second in command of Jamaica. And
That definitely sounds like some white guy shit. Hey, you're under arrest, but we're going to put you in charge.
he went back there and spent the rest of his life just, hanging out with the sugar plantations and his slaves and, all other shit that white guys do.
Typical white guy shit.
Typical white guy shit.
And then he died.
And then he died.
He died on August 25th, 1688. 53 years old. Not sure how he died. They're like, maybe tuberculosis, maybe acute alcoholism,
Consumption.
because he drank a lot.
Consumption on
But-
both accounts.
Yes. and the guy that was keeping record on him like through his and was like making up.
Like that's
pretty
honestly
crazy stories.
Like that's the most interesting part of this to me is like how do you, like I want to have a biographer. Like how do I have somebody follow me around just to document my life?
Because he
What do you
wasn't.
think I've been doing for the last couple of years? This is not going to be a favorable
Because there
documentary.
wasn't like a big. Like I guess he wasn't. Sometimes he wasn't a fan of him, so he kind of,
Exaggerated.
Oh my god, exacerbated stories about him, and this book came out. Or exaggerated, yeah.
Sorry.
This book came out, and he got word of this book and was like, either he's trying to cover up what he did, or it didn't happen. I'm not really sure. But he sued the guy for libel and won. So then the stuff that was in the book was retracted. But, I mean, the book's still used as the premise for his reputation.
That's like I always love it when lawyers play the withdrawn card. Like,
Right.
Your Honor,
it's gonna just go away.
I'd like to point out that my opposing counsel is a pedophile who nails goats in his free time. Withdrawn.
Joy's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with this new information?
So in 1944, the Seagram Company started Captain Morgan brand after the captain. And then there's there's a lot of places in like the Caribbean that are named after him. So apparently his name still precedes him over there, I guess.
Oh. Like did they have to did they have to license his name or are they just like because it's just like Captain
That's
Morgan?
a good question. I don't
Like
know.
Morgantown, Captainsville.
Henryville.
Henryville.
But he did have a ship
Henry
sink supposedly that they found the wreck for back in 2011.
That's
And
neat.
Yeah, wreck
The
of the Henry
team-
Morgan. I've heard of this.
the team that found it, they found
great
cannons
song.
originally. They
Wonderful
hadn't found his like treasure or his when he had the cargo that he had.
Yeah.
But they ran out of money before that. So then the company that made Captain Morgan was like, hey, we'll do this for you, since you're looking for Captain Morgan shit. So they funded their thing and they found his cargo. Apparently.
Nice.
So
That's
I don't
kinda
think they
cool.
opened it
Ooh.
yet, as far as I know.
They
but-
found his
Kids
booty.
buying alcohol leads to knowledge.
Yes.
And of course, I mean, they're hoping that when they open those cargo,
Right,
if they open
Hey,
those chests, there's going to be rum in
That's
there.
my shit.
Yeah.
Paid for this.
My
Funded it.
shit.
It's ours.
Dibs.
That's where Admiral Morgan comes in. So that's Captain Morgan.
All right.
That's all I
Awesome.
got.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Well, I guess it's time to pop out the plugs. I'll go first.
Sorry, that was long.
Just to get the ball rolling here. I think when this goes on air, my Kickstarter will still be going, so I'm going to
Should.
plug that. My
Kickstarter.
I know. Issue 1 of my new series, Aeonian, is on Kickstarter, and it's fully funded, and we're almost at our second stretch goal right now. Actually, I didn't check it this morning.
You can do it from your phone.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just not doing it right this
We
moment.
have-
I'll check it. I'll check it
have
during
the
break.
technology.
Yeah, so go ahead and check it out. It is a horror mythology sci-fi story about a family who's trying to extend their lives by any means necessary, and it's really beautiful. And yeah, so check it out.
Awesome.
That's all I got.
Yay.
Melissa, you got anything to plug?
Nope.
Oh, God, he's coming!
All right, so I guess I'll go. Obviously, Calvin Moore been here a number of times, and I am the.
You need some Baron-Jaeger?
I do, absolutely. This stuff is delicious. I am the lead historian and guide for the Detroit Bus Company in the city of Detroit. Take you to the oldest bars, the newest bars, tell you all about general history about the city of Detroit.
History and shit.
May do a future episode about said history in Detroit, specifically Prohibition.
Nice.
And yeah, that's me. Oh no, my own show on this network on the podcast. Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Another show.
Mind your own business.
Yeah, mind your own business with Calvin Moore.
Formerly leading questions with Calvin Moore, now called Mind Your Business. Just mind your business. That's a Fresh Prince reference if you didn't get it. But anyway, my own show, Leading Questions with Calvin Moore, on the Podcast Detroit Network. Every single Wednesday, we record from 5 to 7, goes out live. And then, of course, you can find us wherever great podcasts are casted, I guess.
Yes.
Podcasts are sold because they're free.
Wherever pods are casted.
Yes.
We're kind of in a pod right now, so.
What do I got to plug? Everything Source Point Press. Fuck Steve. That's all I got because
All right.
snake oil's pretty much dead.
Long live snake oil.
Exactly.
Cobra!
You fools!
I guess you can find me at saltylanguage.com and the Salty Language podcast with, I don't know, dick jokes and whatnot. That's all I really got, though.
And whatnot.
And whatnot.
All we do.
Did my episode with you ever see the light of day?
What?
Did my episode with you ever see the light of day?
I don't know if we ever did an episode.
I thought we did an episode
No.
together. Didn't
We did an episode
No,
with
no, no.
these guys, and we
You're
were
thinking,
hammered.
You're thinking Matt McDonough.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Different sexy deep voice.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Have another shot.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, Podcast Detroit, PodcastDetroit.com, Podcast Detroit, all the things. By the time this airs, our new video studio will be up and running.
With sexy black leather couches.
Brought to you by Brazzers.
I'm about to say, Calvin's first porn video will be out by then as well. Brought to you by Podcast Detroit. Don't sit on those sexy leather couches.
But no, so it's kind of cool. We've had enough people ask for, because we have cameras in all the studios, as you're finding out now, because we have video for this episode. But we've had enough people ask for more of a TV set look. So we're going to have a couple different configurations. We've got backdrops, green screens, got like real studio cameras to do stuff.
Nice.
And it's going to be a good thing. So check us out at podcastdetroit.com or all the places, all the things.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right.
As Calvin swirls his nipple and we
I have no idea what you're talking about.
it's on video.
I think he was facing.
It's
the
not
other
like the
way.
normal
shit's digital.
episode.
That's just
Fake
digital.
news.
Yeah, fake news, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, by the time I'm done with this footage, you will be topless. I'll
The
splice
ladies
it.
are gonna love that.
I'll splice in
I
the.
can go topless for real right now if you'd like me. You don't
Quick, end the episode.
Abort.
on that note, until next time, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Calvin.
I'm the color man, Big Dev.
I'm Tony.
The silent person was there, and I'm Dave.
All right.
Do we want to do Super Fight for the next episode?
And then just make sure you hit stop recording on the video thing. That way it breaks the file.
Oh no. Being drunk doing it is